Good morning, everyone. My name is Rudy Page, and welcome to another dialogue. I'm pleased once again to have my colleague, Dr. Dwayne Neal, the Chair of Reach Society. Good morning, Dwayne. How are you?
I'm fine, Rudy. Good morning. Nice to be talking with you again.
Yes, it's a very pleasant day here in London, isn't it?
Well, it's a little warmer than late, but still needs to get warmer. Spring is just with us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right. So tell us about Reach Society's schedule of inspirational events for this year, 2022 already, eh?
Yeah, 2022, we're in March. We're almost a quarter of the way through the year. But we do have an interesting schedule of events that we've planned and are rolling out. Indeed, on the 21st of February, we had our first employability day in Manchester and met some new friends and some new stakeholders and interacted with a number of young people in Moss Side of all places, not far from the university. And that was a really good event. But our next big event is the one that's coming up in the Easter break on the 5th and the 4th of April. And I'd like to tell you a little bit more about that later. We're following that big event with a further 2 employability days, one in Luton on the 31st of May and one in Leicester the following day on the 1st of June. So we're actively working on those 3 events, the annual careers conference, the 2 Luton employability days. But we've also, for the first time, got our Windrush Day gathering that we're working on, which is set for the 24th of June, exclusive private booking in a restaurant in London. And we want to cap the year by having our annual recognition awards dinner. And we've also booked that hotel as well, nice hotel in Victoria. So our schedule for this year is busy, will be busy, and we're hoping impactful.
Excellent, excellent. And I like the fact that you've got that national coverage as well, which is excellent.
Absolutely right, because about 4 years ago, we took the decision that we needed to take the inspirational events outside of London and the Southeast, because we know 50% of the Black community lives outside of London and the Southeast, which by implication means about half of the young people in our community are also based outside of London. And that's why we do it.
And just remind us again the number of young people across the country estimated in our community.
Well, my ONS research has taught me that if you take young people who are of African background, Caribbean background, and dual heritage background, we have just shy of 800,000 young people between the ages of 5 and 19. So we're not talking about a handful. We're talking about a substantial number, given that the modern Black community in the UK is over 3 million people.
Yes, that's a sizable population group. Okay, thanks for that. So regarding the annual careers conference, will this one be the same as last year?
Thank you for that question. Last year was unusual, as you know.
Yeah.
We were still affected by the virus and things were still very difficult. And last year we had a virtual careers conference that spanned 4 days. This year will be totally different. We have decided we're going to get back to the face-to-face activities, and that's what the 5th of April will be about. But we know that the Perfect 10 workshops have been incredibly popular. And so for the first time, we're going to roll out those 10 workshops as virtual events, and that will be done the day before, on the 4th of April. So in short, if you want to experience the Perfect 10 workshops, you need to register for those for the 4th. And if you want to experience the face-to-face meeting, the 30 to 40 exhibitors, meeting the 50 to 60 role models interacting with the panel of experts, which I will say more about later on, then you need to register for the face-to-face event on the 5th.
Thanks for that. And I like the way that you've now blended the digital with the face-to-face, which is important. And of course, greater reach and more inclusive as well, which is what we're aiming to be.
That is precisely what we felt as well, because we know that through the virtual part of last year's event, we reached young people right across the country, including as far north as Scotland and as far west as Wales. And so through the Perfect 10 workshops, we are keeping many of those new relationships going. But we know that the sizzle, the magic really happens when you're in a face-to-face situation. Imagine how we felt in 2019 when we had just shy of 1,800 young people interacting with role models and exhibitors and the like. It was just a magical moment. And so we're reintroducing that this year on the 5th of April.
Excellent. So tell us a bit more about the 10th Careers Conference. Where will it be and who will be featured?
Yeah, this year is indeed our 10th, and we will continue to roll out the careers conferences every year because they're important if we're going to inspire young people. It's going to be in our usual venue because there are so many benefits for that location. The Royal National Hotel, which is in Bloomsbury. It's about 3 minutes walk from Russell Square Station. It's going to start at 10 and finish at 4 o'clock. But what you will experience when you come in as a young person is the opportunity to speak with a lot of employers who will be exhibiting. You will also have the opportunity to speak to groups of role models who come from a wide range of backgrounds, and you'll get the opportunity to speak directly to our panel of experts. And the panel of experts this year will be female heavy. What does that mean? We've got 6 experts confirmed for the panel, and 4 of them are high achieving, high performing women. And without calling their names and giving the game away completely, I can tell you a bit about their backgrounds. One of them is our patron. Now that's a gimme because her details are on the website. But that patron is a retired headmistress who, for all intents and purposes in her career, would be deemed as a superhead. Another one of the women is an assistant professor at Anglian Ruskin University. And she is a tremendous individual in her own right. The other one is also a forensic scientist who had many, many years experience being a forensic scientist in the Home Office. And the final one is a GP who is not just your average GP. She has founded a clinic which is world renowned in Harley Street. And she has been a close friend of the societies now for a number of years. So those 4 extraordinary women will be there. And the other 2 men are big hitters in their own right. One is a tech entrepreneur, and he is a very interesting chap. He's the youngest, perhaps, to be on the panel. And the other one is a career soldier who was in the RAF for many, many years. He is now a mentor to a lot of young people, and he's still defending the nation and inspiring young people. And we're really lucky to have all 6 of them.
Excellent. That sounds inspiring and exciting as well.
We think so. We think so.
So how can young people and families register for this event?
Yeah, registration is the easiest thing in the world. Simply go on Reach Society's website, which is www.reachsociety.com. And in the navigation bar, you will see Careers Conference. Click on that, the flyer pops up. And in the flyer are the 2 key links. The link you need for the virtual Perfect 10 workshops, because once you click on that, you have to choose the sessions you want to go to. And once that's done, you will be admitted on the 4th of April. And also click on the Eventbrite link, which sends you a ticket for the 5th of April. It couldn't be simpler. And so, you know, use the links in the flyer. You can access the flyer on Reach Society's website.
Thank you for that. And just before you go, Dwayne, can you just give us one message for young people of today, given the work that reached us?
Well, Reach Society was set up in 2010 to inspire young people so that they can develop their potential and make viable transition into adult life. That is absolutely key. So if there is an overarching message that I would like to share with young people, it is this: never forget that we live in a qualification society. The United Kingdom is based on qualified professional people who can go forward and do extraordinary things. If you choose to be one of those qualified people, you too will go on to do extraordinary things. We live in a qualification society.
Thank you very much and take care.
Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate it.